Velkommen til min fjord. This is Archaon Month, day 2. A whole month where I go through painting, building, then painting, the full-scale Archaon model. Now, last time I promised you guys that we were going to look at one of the older models. I just want to give you guys some rough perspective of what the little guy used to look like before we get to the massive model. So, if you guys want a little preview, we've got him right here. And if you guys want a big preview, check him out. Boom! That's what he looks like, full scale, in a more decent image. So as you can see, he's a pretty cool Chaos Lord looking model. I'll just rotate him a bit here. It's what you get when you don't have like a spinning contraption. So I think his pose is really cool. He's got a nice detailed sword. Now this version is painted by me. Like you can see, he's a pretty scary guy to meet in combat. You can also see that he has the Eye of Shirian, which you guys will recognize later. The shield is pretty much similar, though less detailed from his Age of Sigmar version, and the skulls around his chest are also going to be present on the new model. So this is a foot model. It was a Games Day exclusive, so you had to be at Warhammer World, or if you're like me, buy it on the internet. But you know, this is a quite old model. So how big is he? Well, in comparison, he is roughly the size of a Liberator. And remember, this is before Liberators were the standard size. So against a regular human, this guy is massive. So I don't have a lot of regular humans lying around, but I do have a little skeleton. So you can see that he's nearly twice the size of a skeleton. Like his sword is taller than the skeleton itself. So this is the Lord of the End Times on foot. I love this model. When I found it on eBay, I just had to get it. Really enjoyed painting it. And now you guys are going to see me paint his biggest brother. But before we get into that, here's one little thing that I did with this model. This is a small diorama. As you guys can see at the bottom there, it's called The End. And it is the final scene of the end times. This is the end of the world that was. Some of you might recognize that hammer. That is Galmaraz, the Warhammer itself. The guy clad in armor is Sigmar inhabiting the body of Karl Franz, the emperor of the old faction, the Empire. And they're struggling over this doomsday orb in the background. Obviously, this isn't the greatest diorama ever made. But I really liked making it. It's my first one, and it was a lot of fun, and it was great to be able to use these super cool models for something like that. Tomorrow, we'll be looking at this classic. So until next time, ha det bra!